Hi guys, this is video number 9 in the chapter of linear programming. We are doing examples where we are learning how to do formulation of an LPP, that is converting the word problem into the inequalities, right? So we understand that we are following a six-step process. Other than that, we know that the information is sprinkled around in the question. There is lots of information. We try to perform the 2 steps initially where we understand the maximize or minimize nature of the problem and we assume the decision variables. After that, we try to tabulate the information in a particular matrix, and then we perform the remaining steps, that is to identify the objective function, the constraints and the hidden constraints. These 3 steps are essentially done when you have written the matrix. Alright, so let's take the other example, in which it reads that the diet of a sick person must contain 4000 units of vitamins and it is 50 units of minerals and about 1000 calories, or okay, it says 1400 calories. Now there is a difference if you observe in the way the sum starts from the previous sum. In the previous sum, it started by saying that the company manufactured 2 products and that one product required some chemical salt quantity and some chemical mixture quantity. Here, that was the LHS of the constraint that they started with. Here, they have given the limit of each, 4000, about 100 and 1400 they're talking about, right? So that's the RHS of the constraint that they started. Next, they actually give you the cost. The entire way the problem is presented has changed now, right? So accordingly, you have to adapt that different problems will come in different ways, or the same problem can be rewritten in different ways, and you have to pick up information according to your feasibility and place it where you want. Alright, I'll start in a similar standard way of assuming let X units of food 1 and Y units of food 2 be consumed. Right? So as initially decided, we'll begin with always X and Y. I identify that when you go to the market, you're not going to purchase vitamins, minerals and calories. You are going to actually purchase the food that contains these nutrients. So you have to decide for yourself as to how many packets of F1 and how many packets of F2 you're going to purchase, right? So that's what is written here. Now I can tabulate the given information. We are talking about X and Y, food 1 and 2. So that's what we'll write here as foods 1 and 2. And this is going to be X, this is going to be your Y. Each of this contains vitamins, minerals and calories. So that's what is going to come here. So that's vitamins, because they are your constraints. Doctor has advised for this person to take at least 4000 units of vitamins, right? So they are the constraints. 4000 units of vitamins, 50 units of minerals and 1400 calories. How many units of each of this or each of these does each food item contain? So we know that F1 contains 200 units of vitamins, 1 unit of mineral and 40 calories. Similarly, they said the food 2 contains 100 units of vitamins, 2 units of minerals and 40 calories. They spoke about their minimum requirement. So in the earlier sum you had maximum availability, here you have minimum requirement. There can be only 2 possibilities. Well, by now you've already identified that this sum is for minimizing, because you're going to go to the shop and you're going to purchase some products. It's going to cost you some money, and you will always want to minimize that, right? So that is it is a minimization problem. You have minimum requirement over here. We had 4000 for vitamins, we had 50 for your minerals, and for calories we had 1400. They also spoke about the cost in the second line, but we have not used it yet because it comes here. So the cost of the first one is 4 rupees while the second one is 8 rupees, and that is what you want to minimize. So minimizing the cost, this is what you're looking for. Let's append X and Y everywhere. That will complete your problem. And for the cost as well, And in this problem, because you are minimizing, logically also you can say that this combination has to be greater than equal to 4000. Your doctor has said your minimum requirement should be 4000, meaning whatever you are consuming with 1 and 2. So these many vitamins you are going to consume under 1 and 2. So that intake has to be greater than equal to 4000. So the problem is ideally over. Formality के लिए जो statements लिखने हैं वो हम लिख देते हैं अभी, and then we conclude with the LPP. So the first statement comes for the cost. So the total cost is Z is equal to 4x plus 8y, which is the objective function. To be minimized. Let's explain them the first constraint. So we'll talk about this, that the x units of 1 and y units of 2, they give us an intake of 200x plus 100y units of vitamins. So x units of F1 and y units of F2 provide 200x plus 100y units of vitamin. However, the minimum requirement of vitamin is 4000 units. Therefore, 200x plus 100y has to be greater than equal to 4000. That's constraints on vitamins. We are not going to explain the remaining constraints, we'll just write them down. So one common statement saying, similarly, considering the minimum requirement of minerals and calories, we have x plus 2y to be greater than equal to 50 and 40x plus 40y greater than equal to 1400. These are the constraints on minerals, while these are the constraints on your calories. Let's explain the non-negativity constraint. So one liner for that. So we'll write, since x and y represent the number of food packets or number of units of food packets, x and y cannot be negative. Therefore, x comma y greater than equal to 0, we'll write here non-negativity constraints. We have completed explaining the objective function. We have finished with each of the constraints and we are done with the non-negativity constraints. Therefore, time to express the LPP. Therefore, the LPP is minimize Z is equal to, we have 4x plus 8y subject to 200x plus 100y greater than equal to 4000. We have x plus 2y greater than equal to 50. We have 40x plus 40y has to be greater than equal to 1400. We also have x and y to be greater than equal to 0. That's the end of the problem. We have completed step 6 and this is one standard problem related to diet that can be asked. More examples in the subsequent videos.